I was looking at Raw's story this morning, and they have a story about a religious family who was very, very upset by homosexuality, by abortion, by having to pay taxes, by what they describe as the state-controlled church. And they decided, you know what? We are going to let God guide us. We are going to get a boat, and we're just going to sail off. They will be flying back home after being lost at sea for months. It turns out that their leap of faith, for lack of a better term, didn't really work out that well. They talked to the wife in the family, Hannah Gastonguay, and she said that she and her husband decided to take a leap of faith and see where God would lead them. They left with their two small children, abandoned the U.S. They set sail for the island nation of Kiribati back in May. They ended up lost in the Pacific Ocean for 91 days. Their boat was damaged. They had to redirect. Eventually, a Canadian cargo ship spotted them, and then they offered them some supplies. But then in trying to transfer the supplies, the cargo ship bumped into their boat, damaging it even further. Then their supplies were running low. They were picked up by a Venezuelan fishing vessel, and they were transferred to a Japanese cargo ship, ended up in Chile, and U.S. Embassy officials arranged for them to be flown home. I have a lot of thoughts on this, Lewis. Number one, maybe God did lead them and led them to the middle of nowhere because they were so anti-gay and trying to, they wanted the country run in such a fundamentalist way. But I somehow don't think that they will perceive getting lost as a message from God. They'll just assume didn't quite work out right.
You know what? Never underestimate the ability a religious person has to delude themselves. I can almost guarantee you that they'll pull some type of message from God out of this.
You think so? The other thing also that I was thinking of was U.S. Embassy officials arranged for them to be flown home. I really hope that that doesn't mean flown home on the American dime, because to be quite honest, if you decide that because you're so against equality, you're going to abandon your country and sail with your two young children into the ocean, into the Pacific Ocean, it goes bad. And now the U.S. taxpayer has to pay for your deluded idea of how to better the situation by getting away from the so-called homosexuality that's taking over the country. That is not a good use of taxpayer money, even if it's $1. And I hope that the arranging of a flight home did not involve payment for a flight home too.
I hope so too, but unfortunately, it sounds like they probably spent a great deal of money on this boat and the trip.
Could be.